In the dark forest of toxic relationships, the narcissist is like a parasitic plant, rooting itself in others to drain their energy and life. They radiate darkness, obscuring the light and hindering the growth of the fragile flowers around them. But even in the most hopeless darkness, resilient life always exists. The empath, with a pure heart and a clear soul, is like a wild flower, strong and determined, rising above all adversity to reach for the sunlight. They possess extraordinary inner strength, a powerful source of positive energy that the narcissist can never extinguish, and in the relentless battle between light and darkness, the empath will ultimately be the one to triumph. They will overcome the cunning traps of manipulation, shatter the chains of control, and find the path that leads to true freedom and happiness. Let us explore this inspiring journey together to understand more about the strength of the empath and why they always win in the face-off with the narcissist. The empath has sharp intuition. The narcissist, like a wolf in sheep's clothing, enters a relationship with a carefully crafted script. They meticulously scan their prey, sneaking into the deepest corners of their soul, understanding their weaknesses, capturing their likes, and triggering their hidden desires to set a trap of love. Sweet words flow like honey, extravagant gifts fall like rain, all creating a whirlwind of intense, passionate love attack, making the prey drown in the sweet illusion, barely able to recognize the true face of the manipulator hiding behind the perfect mask. But the empath, with their keen sixth sense, has a masterful ability to read others. They are like the Sherlock Holmes of love, capable of escaping the sharp language and thoughts of the narcissist. The eyes, gestures, fake smiles, all cannot escape their sharp radar. Through careful observation, keen listening, analyzing tone and expression, the empath understands the true motives behind the glossy exterior. They are not easily fooled by the sweet, deadly words or luxurious gifts because they know these are mere pawns in the narcissist's game. What leaves the narcissist stunned is being seen through. They always believe their perfect mask will hide their true nature forever, that their prey will always remain obedient and easy to manipulate. But no, when the empath realizes the toxic game and becomes aware of the deception, they rise up, reclaiming control of their own life. Understanding narcissistic personality disorder becomes the secret weapon that helps them break free from a stifling, toxic relationship, stepping into the light, leaving the narcissist in the darkness of bitter failure. The empath is confident in themselves and does not seek validation from others. Narcissists are obsessed with competition. For them, life is an endless race where only the winner gets everything. They crave power, status, and admiration, always wanting to be the one at the top, the one who controls everything. To achieve their goals, they are willing to trample over others, disregarding all moral boundaries. Lying, manipulating, deceiving, these are familiar weapons in their arsenal. They even view anyone around them as a competitor, secretly envious and looking for ways to undermine them. But the empath is very confident. They remain calm in all matters and understand that their value does not depend on others' judgments. They do not seek validation from anyone. Have you ever noticed the subtle copycat tactics of narcissists? They are like masterful impersonators, constantly trying to blend into the world around them by mimicking everything about you. The empath, from your style of dress, speech, gestures, to the very things you enjoy. But instead of becoming a true copy, they turn into empty masks, beautiful on the outside, but hollow within, always trying to be a better version of you to serve their own purposes. On the surface, they may seem to admire you, show concern, even make you feel special, but in reality, they are secretly collecting and borrowing your good qualities, only to turn them into tools that feed their own inflated ego. This is not real admiration, it's just a game of manipulation and copying. But the difference between you and them is the light of sincerity and self-mastery. You, the empath with a warm heart and deep understanding, don't need to act to shine. You live authentically, radiating positivity, not to attract attention, but to make the world a better place. That's what sets you apart, and it's exactly what narcissists can never fully replicate. Remember, the paths of the empath and the narcissist always lead in different directions. While you continue to grow, evolve, and live a meaningful life, the narcissist, after draining the energy from those around them, will realize they have nothing truly belonging to themselves. Relationships based on manipulation will slowly fade, and they will be left behind in loneliness and discontent, the consequence of a life solely revolving around themselves. The empath is a master of emotional management. The empath is a master at managing emotions, a powerful mental ability that allows them to maintain balance in any situation. Faced with the subtle psychological games of the narcissist, they remain unfazed and not easily caught in the whirlpool of manipulation. Narcissists often attempt to control others with insults, tactics to lower self-esteem and confusion. However, the empath, with a solid inner core and unwavering confidence, is fully aware of these games, preventing them from being swayed by negative influences. The empath not only understands the tricks but also sees through the narcissist's facade, revealing a wounded soul filled with deep insecurity. Beneath the self-satisfaction and manipulative tactics lies the image of a psychologically unstable child, always trying to destroy things to feel safer in a world they perceive as threatening. Thanks to their sensitivity and superior understanding, the empath doesn't react hastily or fall into emotional traps, but instead maintains calm and masters the situation. What is particularly remarkable about the empath is their ability to master silence. The silence they create is not just a reflection of inner peace, but a powerful tool that causes the narcissist to lose control. When faced with this silence, the narcissist begins to feel anxious and uneasy. They can no longer provoke a reaction, cannot create drama, and this diminishes their ability to impose control. This silence acts like a mirror, forcing the narcissist to look within themselves, at the inner voids they've always tried to avoid. To them, silence is not just a sign of losing control, it is a blow to their inflated ego. They are no longer the center of attention, no longer holding power in the relationship, and this sense of weakness wounds them deeply. In contrast, the empath uses silence as a way to protect themselves from manipulation and abuse. This silence is not passive endurance, but a firm statement of self-autonomy and inner peace. Without receiving any response, the narcissist slowly loses the emotional supply they need to nourish their ego, and their desperation. They may try to attract attention by creating drama or stirring up emotions, but the empath's steadfastness makes these efforts futile. The silence becomes an invisible yet firm wall, not only separating the narcissist, but forcing them to face the isolation and total loss of control. The empath is courageous and fights for justice. The empath carries the spirit of an indomitable warrior, always ready to face the subtle manipulation tactics or false accusations from the narcissist. They are not afraid and do not retreat. for within them burns a deep love for justice, a thirst for freedom, and a desire to build a world where truth, self-respect, and human dignity are honored. In contrast, the narcissist seeks to turn the world into their own stage, where everything must revolve around them. They view others as mere pawns in a game of power, ready to manipulate and exploit to bolster their own inflated ego. This contrast highlights the nobility of the empath, who always triumphs in the struggle for justice. One of the empath's most prominent strengths is their sharp intuition, like a sophisticated radar that helps them detect the falseness behind the narcissist's perfect mask. With a discerning eye, they clearly see the roles the narcissist often plays, sometimes the pitiable victim seeking sympathy, sometimes the terrible wreck who tries to seize control. However, these tricks are not easily fooling the empath. They don't just recognize them, they analyze, expose each layer of deceit, step by step, revealing the true nature of the narcissist. The empath is not only strong, but also insightful and steadfast. They understand that exposing the narcissist's true nature is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is a long journey, requiring persistence, clarity, and a clever strategy. They are not hasty and do not let their emotions overpower them. Instead, they carefully consider each step. Like patient miners, they carefully chip away at each hard layer to uncover the hidden truth underneath. A task that requires endurance and a steel will. But the empath's fighting spirit doesn't stop at self-protection. They carry a greater mission: to fight for all those who have been hurt by the narcissist. With a compassionate heart, they are ready to lend a hand, share their experiences, and accompany others on their healing journey. They are the light that leads the way, bringing hope to wounded souls, helping them reclaim their sense of self, dignity, and the trust they've lost. The empath truly is a silent hero, fighting not for recognition, but to protect the values of truth and kindness. They carry a noble mission: to bring justice, heal wounded hearts, and inspire a life full of meaning. And it is precisely this indomitable spirit, kindness, and wisdom that make them a symbol of strength and hope in a world full of challenges and injustice. The empath has the ability to build an independent life. The empath understands that in order to escape the manipulative grip of the narcissist, they must create a sanctuary for their soul, a safe space that the narcissist cannot invade. This is not only a measure to protect themselves, but also the first step on a journey of freedom and rebirth, allowing them to reclaim the inner strength that was once buried. They realize that living forever within the orbit of the narcissist is a pointless drain. The narcissist, with their insatiable desires and endless manipulation games, only leads the empath to become increasingly exhausted, both mentally and physically. Therefore, they courageously make the toxic relationship. They no longer accept being pulled down into the abyss of confusion by negative energy. They choose to prioritize themselves, closing the door on the past to move towards a brighter future. The empath begins to rediscover themselves by focusing on simple but meaningful joys. They find peace in healthy activities like reading, meditation, walking in nature, or taking care of their physical and mental health. They seek out positive relationships, connecting with people who bring good energy, genuine support, and empathy. With every small step, they plant seeds of goodness for their life, creating a fertile ground for their soul to heal and grow. The journey to escape the narcissist's manipulation is not only about liberation from past wounds, but also a process of self-discovery when the empath steps out of the darkness, they begin to see the wonderful things that had been obscured before. They discover new passions, revive forgotten hobbies, and find the true values that bring deep meaning to their life. From there, they set new goals, redefine their ideals, and live a life no longer bound by someone else's control. More importantly, they no longer depend on the validation of others, especially the narcissist. They understand that their worth doesn't come from praise or attention from the outside, but from their own effort, willpower, and the achievements they have built with their own hands. Their joy and fulfillment are not things that are handed to them, but the result of perseverance and courage in overcoming adversity. The empath, by building an independent and healthy life, proves that they can indeed break free from the darkness of manipulation. They not only rediscover the light, but shine brightly in their own unique way. With a resilient heart and a pure soul, they become an inspiration to those still trapped in the negative spiral, reminding them that freedom and happiness are always within reach, if only they have the courage to move beyond the pain and embrace it. Thank you for watching today's video. As we've explored, the relationship between the narcissist and the empath is a stark contrast between manipulation and sincerity, control and freedom. While the narcissist may temporarily overpower, in the end the empath, with their inner strength and clarity, will always prevail. The truth is, those who rely on manipulation will soon realize that their power is only an illusion, while the empath grows from their true values and self-respect. Remember, the strength of the empath lies not in resistance or revenge, but in their ability to heal themselves, build an independent life, and shine in their own way. By maintaining sincerity and steadfastness, they not only overcome darkness, but also inspire others to break free from the grip of toxic relationships. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content. Leave your thoughts in the comments. How have you overcome challenging relationships? We'd love to hear your stories. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget, freedom and inner peace are always within your reach. Keep holding on to your strength and continue your journey to live your fullest life. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.